Welcome, my friend. Seven Gray here. Thank you for joining me for this episode. Today, I want to give you an update, sort of status update on several things, showing you some new projects that I've been working on, just little stuff, and more importantly, also on the DMV status. For those of you not watching previous episodes, there's probably 4 or 5 videos that I've done so far explaining the crazy things that have happened with Colorado DMV, Florida DMV, Texas DMV, Department of Motor Vehicles, and my driver's license. The story is long and complex with the DMV, and you'll really need to go back and look at previous episodes to see how that develops. I don't want to bother you with all the details here in this video because you can look at those there before. In a nutshell, I had hit a bear traveling through Colorado, and because of problems with that report and how the officer filed it, it caused me to not be able to get a driver's license. I flew all the way down to Florida to get a driver's license and was blocked on getting that. So basically that's what happened in recap, and it's just gone on and on, cascading, multiple errors in the report, filing the report again and again and again, and you can see all the previous episodes for that. The very first time that I tried to contact Colorado DMV, I was sitting in the parking lot in Florida in a rental car, and I called Colorado DMV and I sat on hold for 5 hours. So my first video down there in Florida was me sitting on hold for 5 hours. Pretty boring video. I don't know that that's worth watching, but that's what I did. I never did get through to DMV. The next day, early in the morning, I called them and did get through. Since that time, I've learned a little trick, at least for Colorado. If you can get contact with their email department there, you can usually get a response within 2 or 3 hours. Much easier to just shoot off an email to them and then get the status back on progress. So that's what I've been doing for the past several weeks, trying to get things resolved with Colorado DMV. Let me show you the latest email that I have from them. Here's the title of the email that I sent back in February 20th. So it's been over 2 months or so since I've sent this request to them. Proof of insurance and block to remove my license. That's where I emailed in the insurance to them and tried to get this block removed. So it just goes on here, and they send reply to me, and basically it goes on and on, asking for VIN identification, the wrong vehicle, all this kind of stuff, going back and forth and getting the officer to resubmit it. And here's the important one down here. April 9th on Tuesday, the revised accident report was received and documented in our record. That's good news there. But it didn't really answer the question, has the block been removed? So here I sent another request, has the block been removed? And here is the response. Yes, that is correct. It has been removed today. Thank you. So there you have it. After 2 months or so of dealing with this, going back and forth with Colorado DMV, contacting the officer, he had to submit the report three times, corrections to the report, and that had to be shipped in by postal mail so that there wasn't any fraud involved or whatever. So it just took forever to get this thing resolved, but finally the block has been removed, so now I can return to Florida and apply again to get my driver's license and registration, and hopefully everything will go through without a problem. I don't think there's any other blocks out there or any other problems, but we'll see. My plan right now is to drive down to Florida in November and be spending the winter in Florida down there. So, and mostly I'll be just traveling around Florida, spending the winter there. If you're there in Florida, drop me a message. I would love to pay you a visit and meet you. I'll probably have a few gathering meetups and tea parties and book exchanges while I'm there. I want to show you a few little projects I've been working on in the step van, which you might find interesting. I'm getting so close to completing the step van. I think another week, 2 weeks maybe tops. I'll have the basic build done of the living space. That doesn't include the cab area, but it's getting really close. Right here above my power box, I have a new fan installed. This is 12 volts, and I can turn that on just to get some air circulation along the top. coming from the front door area, and that is pretty awesome. I think I mentioned this before, not sure. I relocated these lights from being mounted on the ceiling to being mounted on the sides of the walls, and I actually like this a little bit better. This is also the edging strip that I put in. Tyler helped me with the new ceiling panels up here, which I absolutely love. They are incredible, really, really fun to look at. I turn on my ceiling panels every night. Gonna turn them on here. There you go. Isn't that just amazing? So I completed putting this in. Tyler did the one on the other side, so I made it match on this side. Absolutely love this. Over here I've put some barnwood on this area. This is over here next to the sink here. So I put my kombucha here and relocated the box down here. I put a blender on this side. This is a 300 or 400 watt blender, really low power. Relocated the paper towel rack here, and then I've got my little magnetic speaker thing. So it's on this steel clip, so it just sort of sticks there. And these are Bluetooth speakers, really amazing, love that. I've got just a little bit of work to do on this corner just to cover this gap here where you can see the blue denim insulation in there. I don't think I have a video of this, but Tyler and I spent half of a day just before I left Lake Havasu putting in this last little panel here. This is near the rear doors, and we put this last little panel in, reinstalled the curtain rod in the back area, so that is in. Another interesting note, I was laying in bed the other day and I noticed the washer pattern that Tyler had put in here on these ceiling panels. And he put in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 washers and screws here to hold each of the ceiling panels in. Just love that little subtle thing. The last half day that I was in Havasu with Tyler, we also finished up this last ceiling panel. This is in the cab area. This is the front door here and the passenger side. We remounted this light here in the center here, but I now have a ceiling panel going all the way across here. There are no lights in this area because I didn't want that lit up at night if I'm in stealth mode. I am absolutely ecstatic with the progress that I've made in the last several months. I've been in my step van almost 2 years now, and I'm almost completely done. I just have some finishing touches, little things to finish up here in the next week, maybe 2 weeks or so, and I should be pretty much done with the main build in my living space here. That's all I have for this episode. Thank you so much for watching. Savor the moment, and I'll see you in the next video.